Hey y'all, it's Perkyy. We have conspiracy theories on TikToks that make you question reality, that make you reshape your reality, that make you rethink reality. Whatever I have this titled is what we're reacting to. You guys have sent these videos over. I do appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Again, if you want your video over here, because we have months and months and months worth of content, send your video over because you're helping out this channel along with information being spread out. I do want to say lighting is horrible. I am in the process of working on new lighting. This is not my lighting. I'm working with what I have. I'm waiting on some stuff to come into the mail. So please just disregard these next couple videos with the lighting, and I promise you the ones after this, after you see me without this shirt, it'll be better. Please just forgive me in advance. Let's just focus on the video, okay? But without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get into today's reaction video. First one up is from DeAndre. Why does satanic ritual abuse always go for the kids?
Go after the children in SRA and other occult practices over adults, for instance.
Okay. Well, see, first of all, it's normal when you go to the Old Testament, Moloch and the Baals, they wanted the baby, the children. Explained to me by Satanists because it's a higher level of blasphemy to God, against God. It's and for some reason the demons love bringing that kind of harm. We look at a child and automatically we're going to protect them, save them, guard them, whatever it takes. They look at a child, they'd eat it alive, they destroy it, they'd torture it. You gotta remember, that's their nature. And so, if they could show more of their nature to a defenseless child, they love that. That's why some rituals are called demon revels or satanic revels. The younger the child, here's exactly what dark undergrounders have said to me: the younger, the better. And we never kill them right away. We prolong the torture. Why? Because we have to raise the energies, the terror, the fear, and then little by little letting some blood out, because blood is and all that torment. It's like, think in terms of rats and garbage. Smelly old garbage draws the rats.
No. Every time these videos get good, they end. I need more. I need more. I need more.
Crazy billionaire Bill Gates says there's too many of us. His thing by 2030 is to depopulate the planet, and I just wondered, like, are we part of the population that he wants to depopulate? Says there's too many of us. And he says it, and people go, it's a conspiracy theory. It's a conspiracy theory. He said it. You can go on YouTube. He said Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton's me. Bill Gates. I'm sorry, I was thinking about Epstein's Island for a second. So
I love him.
Bill Gates, you go see on YouTube. He says one of the goals by 2030 is to lower the population of the planet, and one of the ways to do that is using vaccines. It's like, what? And people go, no, that's a conspiracy theory. So he said it. You can go see. He said, yeah, but it's a conspiracy theory to think, he meant what he said. Says what? He said it. He meant it. He's doing it. And it's working.
Yeah.
And people go, it's a conspiracy theory. What?
The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new health care, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
More than 11,000 scientists signed a petition calling for population control as a means of combating climate change. In an article published Tuesday in the journal Bioscience, the scientists wrote that planet Earth is, quote, facing a climate emergency. They argued that population control was a necessary response to this emergency, writing, quote, the world population must be stabilized and ideally gradually reduced.
We are in the beginning of a mass extinction.
When our foundation first started up, it was focused on reproductive health. That was the main thing we did, because I thought, population growth in poor countries is the biggest problem they face. Well, over this decade, we believe unbelievable progress can be made, both inventing new vaccines and making sure they get out to all the children who need them. The benefits there in terms of reducing sickness, reducing the population growth, it really allows the society a chance to take care of itself once you've made that intervention.
What the developing world does not need is more children.
Wow.
And I think that was the biggest aha to Bill and me when we got into this work, because we asked ourselves, of course, the same hard-nosed question you'd ask, which is, if you get into this work and you start to save these children, will women just keep overpopulating the world?
I had looked up the original TED Talk. And I did that because a lot of people in my comment section were saying, you know, he really wasn't talking about that. They were saying something to where I just went to go look this video up. And if you look up Bill Gates TED Talk, it'll pop up. And in the video, he specifically says that we have 6.8 billion people. It's going to increase to about 9. If we do a great job with vaccines, reproductive health services, all this stuff, the medical system, we can decrease that by 10 to 15%. Do you know I went to that comment section and I just seen if people were hearing what I was hearing? It's majority of the comment section saying, do y'all hear what this man's saying? Then you have the other side that's saying, you guys, he's not talking about depopulating. He was talking about whatever he was talking about before. That is so sad that some people really do not have the ears to hear. That man straight up is literally telling you his plan and what he's doing, and you have people that he don't even know you exist. You're sitting here vouching for this man that's trying to have you a part of his statistics of depopulating, meaning you're going to fall into that category, but you're sitting here defending a man that doesn't even know, that don't even know you, that doesn't even know your name, that doesn't even know that you exist. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is scary. Again, sorry for the... Yeah, sorry, the lighting is not going to be on today. I apologize in advance. I am so sorry. Horace sent this one over. Carbon footprint tracker coming soon?
Through technology and ability for consumers to measure their own carbon footprint. What does that mean? That's where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform? So, individual carbon footprint tracker. Stay tuned. We don't have it operational yet, but this is something that we're working on.
Our civilization may not survive. Uh-oh.
The invasion of Ukraine didn't come out of the blue. The world has been increasingly engaged in a struggle between two systems of governance that are diametrically opposed to each other. Open society and closed society. Other issues concerning all of humanity, fighting and climate change, avoiding nuclear war, maintaining global institutions. That's why I say our civilization may not survive.
Our pyramids were built.
You know how we built the pyramids? You ever play in the sandbox? You gotta ask a simple question. Just always flip the script. What if up is down and down is up? What if you look down into space standing up on Earth? This is how we built the pyramids. You play in the sandbox. It's easy to move a mountain of sand into position. Once you wet sand, it holds its form like concrete. You put the first brick at the apex of this mother. Right? You move sand out of this corner and that corner and place bricks there on both sides all the way to the top. Now you let the sand dry out and drop that brick right through that sand under pressure. When it's dry, moves like fluid. That's why you always find viaducts in all of the mother pyramids, so the sand can shoot out the. Now you have a hollow cosm, and it's built into the ground in the same specs. It's not really a pyramid, it's a diamond.
Central bank digital currencies are beginning. We already know about this for people that's been watching the marathon that we've been on with these videos.
A little bit far-fetched, and you might be thinking that this kind of authoritarian control over your money is not going to be anything that we'll see in the future. Unfortunately, this is already implemented in the world. In China, the government is already able to program what its citizens can and cannot spend their money on. Over the last few years, they've limited millions of people's ability to buy things like train tickets, passports, and luxury goods. They're able to do this because of China's intense social credit system that links each person's identity and actions to their bank account, allowing the government to see and to control everything a citizen does with their money. And it seems like the West is paying attention. In nations like Sweden, South Africa, and Canada, trials of programmable central bank currencies are already underway. In fact, almost half of the world's nations are at some stage of implementing this kind of programmable money, meaning no matter where in the world you live, this technology is likely only a few years away.
Ooh, that's why I say it's always a pro and a con to technology. It just depends on how you use it. News channels show lab that grows celebrities. What?
It's Friday, the newest batch of Disney Channel stars grown in the Disney Genetic Engineering Lab will be unveiled to the public.
Right. Now, Tracy, most of our viewers are already familiar with a lot of the products that have come out of the Disney Lab. Yes. But how exactly do you create a Hilary Duff or a Miley Cyrus from scratch? Joining us live from the Disney Lab is one of their lead geneticists, Dr. Andrew Rourke. Welcome, Dr. Rourke. There's quite an operation you've got going on out there.
Thanks, Jim.
So the stars that we see on TV are actually grown right here?
That's correct. They're grown and men developed here. We engineer their brains for advanced singing and dancing capabilities, even posing for photos. By the time they grow to desired size, these child stars are fully ready for the camera or the concert tours or whatever Disney chooses to put them in. We use the exact same DNA structure for all of our stars, and then we simply tweak minor details like hair color or skin tone.
Oh, now this one's Zac Efron. I've seen him before.
Yes, Zac was actually one of our earliest models.
My daughters love him. I mean, he looks so real.
Actually, I think we could have done a better job with Zac. He could show more human tendencies. If you look closely, you'll notice there's a certain deadness around the eyes.
I do see that, yes.
I'm sorry, it's hard for me to watch because all I see is all my mistakes.
Yeah.
Oh, he seems flawless to me.
There was a bug in that first batch, and as a result, Zac's skin will soon begin to dissolve.
I think that one was a joke. I think that one was like edited. There's no way. I don't know about that one. I would need evidence on that one. It's interesting though. I'm not saying that and they're not doing that. I'm just saying that one kind of seemed like some editing and some actors. I could be wrong. Y'all gotta send some more videos to confirm what we just watched in that last video. This video is for all those that don't think that you can sell your soul. I have a lot of comments about you can't sell your soul. Well, we have Rick Ross, who is a well-known rapper, talking about how a rapper can sell their soul because he signed one.
That want to be a part of the rap game so bad, man. He looked like he would his mama to get a hit record. Rick Ross signed this guy on YouTube. And when Rick Ross signed that dude, man, as wicked as Rick Ross is, now you know Rick Ross is wicked as hell. He did not want to sign that brother. When that dude signed that contract with Rick Ross and Shoemaker hit it right on the point. He looked at that contract, man, he just shook his head. But you can see it in his eyes. He just had a look where all bets are off, like, God damn, another brother gone. You see what I'm saying? But them demons got to be fed, man. He has to do it. He has to feed the demons, meaning he got to keep signing. He got to find people who's vulnerable and dumb enough to want to sell their soul. Once you get into the sodomite world of Hollywood, you have to keep initiating.
Ooh. Ariana Grande says she is not part of the Illuminati.
Tommy was like, what about the devil? I was like, fun, you know? Like, what? No, sorry. Oh, God, the conspiracies that are going to come from that clip. Anyway.
You will be another member of the Illuminati. That's my favorite thing.
I love that thing too.
Everyone always thinks we're part of the Illuminati. And somebody was like, yeah, they're witches. I'm like, if I'm a witch, I have the least amount of power in the world.
But that is like such a thing. Like I have like friends whose moms are like,
it's a thing.
Is it true? And I'm like, what?
I had a family member ask me.
Yeah, actually it is.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah.
So scary.
It's the weirdest thing ever.
I know this man. It says Tribal Judah, wake up. I know this man. This Pastor Darby, he's no longer here.
Blacks in America are the only people that don't know where they come from. We get more press, we in front of the camera more, we the most talented, but we have no idea where we come from. We don't even know why we so gifted.
Ooh.
Now the tribe of Judah, where the slave trade was, where the slave coast was in southwestern Africa, where the kingdom of Judah was, is where the slave coast was. The Bible said Judah was scattered to the four corners of the world.
Mm-hmm. Did you hear that? Judah was scattered to the four corners of the world. So look, right? Four corners of the world. I'm running back and we're going to carry on.
Where the kingdom of Judah was is where the slave coast was. The Bible said Judah was scattered to the four corners of the world. Are you there? So Judah was the praise.
Yeah. What we do.
Judah is the praise. We are the praisers.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the fake Jews, the Ashkenazi fake Jews, market us. They follow us, they hear us, they market us. We don't own none of the music. We don't make none of the videos. They put us in front of the camera, we perform, they give us a check, steal our money before we die. That's why all of the artists died with no money. Same way as the boxers, as the basketball players, as the NBA, this is a plan. Why? Because we cannot, we using them, but we're not gonna let them truly prosper as a nation. Come on, talk back to me. So your forefather took the name of his slave master.
I need more.
How do we know what really goes on when you're asleep for 8 hours? How do we know when you're out cold, when you're out, right? How the do we know what's actually happening? What's going on in these dream states? Because you only remember a fraction of the time you're out, right? There's a fraction of the time. What if dreams aren't fake? What if they're just some alternative reality that you occasionally intermingle with when you're conscious, or unconscious rather? Like when you go into a dream state, maybe that's just like the shadow of something that just happened that was real. Maybe you have like these moments that seem like 8 hours to you or 5 hours to you, but you're really interfacing with some completely different timeline and some completely different reality. And the world is pliable. It's not locked down, like rocks aren't rocks and water isn't water, but everything's fluid and changing constantly. And that's why when you're in these dreams, you freak out because all of a sudden like the physics of reality are gone. You're
I've like
walking
snapped
through walls.
too into it, maybe.
Yeah. Well, there might be a war. Look, just the fact that this world exists in the state that it exists in, this world is very, very bizarre.
Right.
If it wasn't real, like if reality wasn't real, if we all lived in some sort of a black and white print version of life, and then you got to experience the life that you and I know, that's doing stand-up and being in LA and flying in planes and using the internet and experiencing life in the 21st century in 2017, you would be like, this is the craziest psychedelic trip. We're just so used to it. We're so used to it, we don't realize how bizarre the actual world is.
Well,
so
yeah, I mean,
it's possible that these dream worlds, that these are just different worlds that you tap into when you conk out.
Every night is a different world?
Could be infinite. Could be you're running a series of lives. Like you have multiple lives going on. And your decisions you make in this conscious life affect all of them. And maybe you have other lives when you're asleep that are conscious when you're awake. You might be an entity that interfaces with multiple different dimensions in the night, and you remember it just like you don't remember sleeping.
Right.
You don't remember dreaming. You don't remember a lot of shit that happens when you're conked out for 8 hours, right? Like your brain wants to, everything needs to shut off so that your other self in this other dimension can interact and can go about its world. And maybe 8 hours to it is a month or a week to us. We don't even know. Maybe that's a huge important part of being a person, is that other world has to coincide with it. Maybe that's why Michael Jackson died, because they gave him that shit, conked him out. You don't dream under that shit. They would basically put him under anesthesia every night and he wouldn't get to interface with the other world.
All right, I gotta go.
Y'all went in. Well, actually, if I'm being honest, today's videos were from Horace and DeAndre. Other than that, these were all Horace videos. Very deep, especially the dream one is very interesting, because at like one point in my life, I know I dreamed, but I really feel like at one point it was like pitch black. Like I would just go to sleep and then wake up. Since I'm getting closer and I'm when I say closer to Yahuwah, I'm learning my word. I'm really diving into things, really learning about the conscious and the subconscious. I have been dreaming. Like there's sometimes I'll wake up and I'm like, I don't remember what my dream was. Like I know I dreamed, I just don't remember. Then something will happen. Like I could either hit my hand, I could be looking at something, I could be daydreaming, I could be eating, and then it's like the whole entire dream pops in my head. So I've been loving that. Dreams can be dreams, of course, but seek Yahuwah and Yahusha on it, because it might be a deeper message in your dream. He might be trying to tell you something. You know, Yahuwah speaks multiple ways and your dreams can be one of them. So I always like to say, pay attention and keep an eye on your dreams. Sorry, I'm really irritated about this lighting setup. Look at that. I'm really irritated about this lighting setup, so I apologize again. It's gonna be like this for, I'm probably just gonna do like one more video like this, and then from here on out, videos will be A1. I am so sorry in advance. I'm just gonna go ahead and end this. I'm gonna do that one video and get off. But I do love you guys. I do appreciate you guys. Again, shout out to Horace and DeAndre today for today's videos. You guys have sent more. It's just that this video was their videos. But please keep sending them in. Again, the link is in the description. I have to give all honor, all glory, all kabod, all esteem to my Lord Yahuwah, my Adonai Yahushua HaMashiach, because at the end of the day, I'm just a vessel that they're working in and through. So I have to give credit and honor where it's due, because this is their channel. It's not mine. Y'all, that's it. You guys have a blessed one. I'll see you on the next one. Shalom, shalom.
You can't bring me down. I know who I belong to. Yeah. What? I won't sell my soul. I know my worth.